Hey everyone, today's pro tip helps you build reports that tell a story about your data in the best way possible. In order to do that, you need to understand when to use Classic versus Lightning to build and view reports and dashboards. It can be confusing to know when to switch between Classic and Lightning, and it's easy to get frustrated. In this video, we will walk you through when to switch between Classic and Lightning to be as efficient as possible when you're building reports and dashboards. Let's get started.
Right now, I'm in Lightning, and I'm in a report. This is the accounts report that I've recently built. Looking at the report right now, I can see that the data is grouped by billing state, but it's really hard to get a quick understanding of what's going on with the data here. There's options for editability all over the place. There are toggles at the bottom to show detailed rows or hide them, and others that change subtotals in the grand total. I also have filters up here, the ability to edit, and then all these other options. Everything is kind of mixed in and buried around the different options on the page. If I go back to Classic and look at the same report, it's way easier to see what's going on with your data. This visual snapshot helps you quickly see how things are grouped. There's a vertical hierarchy in this type of report structure, so it's easy to see the grouping by state and the records underneath that. Lightning does not show a vertical hierarchy, it shows a horizontal hierarchy, and that makes it harder to understand what's going on. Also, the colors aren't dramatically different. We get that complaint a lot. Here I have big block of 13 records, followed by this block of 2, but there isn't a great separation between them. In Classic, you can distinctly tell when the breakpoints start between each grouping. This helps you see your data more quickly and tells a much better visual story. On top of visual hierarchy and color contrast, I have the ability to adjust the information I've summarized by, show different hierarchies of records, change the date filters, hide the details, and save it. All of these buttons and links have shortcuts right here. It makes it very easy for me to maneuver. In Lightning, these abilities are buried. They take additional clicks to reach, and they're not as easily referenceable, even though there's a lot of white space on the page. They've not really optimized the utilization of the header like they have in Classic. If I go in to customize this report, changing things in the backend feels very similar. The header is up here with the same filters. I can easily drag and drop fields and move them around. It's pretty straightforward. To do that in Lightning, I click Edit, and the entire view changes. There's no similarity between what I was looking at and what I'm looking at now. Filters now show up on the left. The columns here aren't drag and drop. Instead, I have to click on one, add it down here, and then move it either vertically here or horizontally up here. This creates extra steps and options that hurt user comprehension. The groupings are also different. I can group rows and columns right here. I can add an account owner grouping right there. If I go back to Classic to do the same thing, all I have to do is drag and drop. It just makes sense because I'm putting things where I want them to be. The Classic UI is way more intuitive. It's easier. The editing screen is a better reflection of my page. Here are my filters. Here are my dates. And my filters show up down here. There's a consistency between customizing the report and viewing it in Classic that you just don't get in Lightning. Dashboards are the exact opposite. This is a dashboard in Classic for that same report. It's pretty bad. In Lightning, that same dashboard looks much better. The visual story told by the dashboard is more compelling in Lightning than it is in Classic. I probably don't want to edit the report in Classic. While the layout is in the same and you might understand what to do, it's still not visually appealing at all. You have to go through a bunch of steps to try to find reports and learn this feature set, and that's pretty awkward. In Lightning, it's very easy to click, edit, and remove a component or add a new one. I'll add it for this report. It's kind of like a wizard interface. It's so much easier to understand what you're doing and how to maneuver things on the page. Lightning is highly recommended for building and editing dashboards, while Classic is not. To view and edit reports, Lightning is not recommended. Classic is such a better report engine because it's so much more intuitive. In summary, choose Classic for reports and Lightning for dashboards, and you'll be able to tell the stories you're looking for with your data.
Do you have more Salesforce questions? Share in the comments below so that we can include them in future videos. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified when they're released.